Curse of the White Corsair, Book 1, 9 Lives Janszoon, Part 2. Janszoon van Harlem, ne Murad Rice, when transformed a pious Muslim to vie a vaster prize, with Zaydan bestowing him the Kasbah and Rabat, and Sally forward knowing that he powerless to act. And so the wily sea feline prowl the Christian coasts, from Portugal to Palestine, spawning towns of ghosts, raiding naked coastlines, laying dread along the shores, made wary Mullah Zaydan, but praised by common Moors. The lion's share of wealth was found in Gibraltar's straits. The Sally Rovers' hunting ground appeased the Emirates, for teeming tons of spoils pushed down its narrow passage, keeping gluts of Pasha's plush with the Rovers' ravage. Textiles, tons of indigo, wax, cotton, copper prizes, holds bloated in flush cargo of silver, leather, spices, pepper, plaster, peoples seized by Janszoon and his ilk, for alabaster steeples keeping sultans swathed in silk, and to bathe in the secretions of virgin sacred milk. Ornamental minarets built by craftsmen stolen, with treasure chests by vestal breasts whence sold were full to swollen. Barbed Arabs harried shipping to plunder Europe's children, the Christian asset stripping tipped Ottomans in millions. The slick and vengeful Ottoman who sponsored said campaigns of scouring seas of Christendom, revenging the Crusades. For slaves each Maghreb city craved, for scrubbing shit off streets dead paved, breaking backs on grand mosques made, or worse, to work as galley slaves, at the oar till watery graves, or the drabbed domestic maids, till use and youth and beauty fades, to end life beggar emigres. Or concubines in lavish cells, in opulent erotic hells, as minions of marauding Moors, who'd kept their lives, if dropped to fours, kept their lives but kept as whores, or press gang to their holy wars, to join jihad's eternal battle, as warriors, as couriers, as carriers, as samples, as labourers in caravels with parallels to camels, but cheaper and much weaker, more maltreated human chattel, like milkless, milk-white, feeble, upright, flippant kuffar cattle. It spawned a pirate's paradise, a scoundrel's sanctuary, paid by serfs and sacrifice, so revelry was free. And they arrived from China, from Russia and Japan, for wine and cheap vagina, from Ghana and Iran. They flew from Flanders, France and Spain. They laned from Italy, abandoning the brutal reign of bourgeois bigotry. They escaped religious monarchies where orgies were taboo, unless one well-connected or if one was well-to-do, to owning awesome properties whence joined a Corsair crew. Away from grey monotonies where festivities oppressed, to pirate party policies with order just a jest, the city filled with oddities as chaos was caressed. Where perps and former paupers who sold slaves in the souk passed off as imitators of any a debauched duke. Where life a bygone burden, but nay a burden since. In New Sally what occurred in turned a pirate to a prince. It grew to a phenomenon with living far more thrilling. Moriscos relied upon the pirates' ample killing. They relied upon the money which gave the pirates pass to taste all craven honey and to act a bullish arse. They blinkered to the drunkards as long as flowed the cash, blind to abusing young girls, and sniffed not the smell of hash. They, careless of their teachings, let renegados riot, ignoring all the preachings, and on alcohol kept quiet. 3 cities broke away, 3 parts but as one nation, with 14 captains holding sway to create a Corsair haven, with Murad Rice as governor, who governed misbehaving. From the old world of old Amsterdam, New Sally seemed celestial. The rich romped on in Amsterdam, the rest considered bestial. There gently only merry, only lords had easy things. In Boo-Reg-Reg's estuary, the pirates lived like kings. And king of kings was Janszoon, who did there what he pleased. Europe's kings ruled their lands, he ruled upon the seas, and as the pirate overlord of the Republic of Sally, he had 2 pricks that Janszoon, the first for Begum bride, to fortify with 4 strong sons, who were the pirates' pride. The second was for concubines of 7 set aside, Still Jezebels by the platoon, queued to be defiled. From Monday through to Sunday, the different doxy dinked, bequeathing on them so much pay, bejewelled merkins clinked. The heptad there were constant told to thank their lavish luck, as merely once a week were polled, or less a monthly fuck, if Janszoon had set to sea from months-long run amuck. The ocean was his main mistress, though Sally sat his time, as packed with loutish interests, an atmosphere the sublime, a fabulous existence with barmay risque climb. And it was a wondrous place if one a buccaneer, and even a broad-minded base if any pirate queer, as long as one not mind too much a dagger in the rear. It was a place of tolerance, but ill-advised to try any form of dominance, as one would lose an eye, and suspicions of pretentiousness that phony fuck would die. 3 cities of iniquity, which some would say a curse, like Sodom of antiquity, but vibrant and diverse. A place of opportunity for them a ruthless few, a community in unity, unless female or Jew, or unconnected Christian or destitute Hindu. A rainbow of variety, free spirits uncontrolled, an anarchist society, and in those if shrewd and bold, masses of fortuity, if one would fit the mould. Soon fucking and frivolity niggled Casbah's zealots, wreaked inequality, it made the pious zealous jealous, and with the wild minority, tensions then developed. Journeyed a provocateur on to Marrakesh, or hornicero saboteur with issues to address, about support and succour, and courses to suppress. Moulay Zaidan's plan devise, consulting a clairvoyant, who'd foresaw Morocco unified, which made the Sultan buoyant, enough to send dressed in disguise a merchant bearing poison. Tofana Aqua, tainted wine, the Sultan's errant plot, presaging such a portent sign to stop the pirate rot. But swallowing polluted wine was Tuesday whom a sot, and by her harrowing decline his 4th life she had bought. Not a need to voice his reason, the future was foreseen. The poison and the treason was why he escaped to sea, and sick of all the flannel from Zaidan's lying lip, went riding his shore mistress, his weird and wild sea mistress, away Janszoon did slip. Out in the English Channel, Catalan rammed his ship.